Alright guys, how's it going? I just wanted to talk about the comments I've been getting in relation to the videos. It seems to me that most of you guys just aren't really understanding the strategy I'm showing you guys, and you guys, I guess you guys think I'm a losing player or something, because in the two sit and goes that that I've showed you guys, I've had poor results. Well, mainly you need to keep in mind that poker, it's not result oriented. Sometimes you're gonna get sucked out on, it's the luck factor. Comments like has to be 100% a joke. Shut it, donk and go. Dude, you play rubbish. Starting hands, then fold ace king and ace queen. The hands you should be playing, no wonder you lose. It's mainly, I think you guys just don't realize the proper strategy and how you need to be patient to win at these stakes. So my next video, this video that I'm about to record, which is an Omaha video, I'll try to discuss these things, and hopefully you guys can better understand the strategies I use to win at almost pretty much any level I play and any game I play. So hopefully this next video will help. Alright guys, so here's the Omaha video. It's another low stakes video. I realize most of the players online play low stakes, so that's why I've been making these videos. The game plan here is gonna be see cheap flops. The key in Omaha is to be getting to the turn cheaply, so that you can basically deduce whether or not your hand is good or not. So it's pretty much an approach that Daniel Negreanu uses, and I pretty much agree with it. So but don't confuse this with being loose or loose passive. We're not like chasing hands. We're playing aggressive, and we're not playing every hand. We're not playing the junk hands. We're playing the hands with potential. And in Omaha, we get dealt 4 cards, so there's twice the potential. And basically, just keep your feet out of troubled water is what I like to say. Okay, here we've hit the flop. We have a pair. Let's go ahead and bet this. This is called probing. We're just seeing where we're at. Obviously, if somebody calls, it means they might have hit also. It helps us gauge. Now we pick up a lot of outs. We picked up a flush draw, and a straight draw. So the turn definitely helped us. It seems to me that these guys are chasing. Just calling it doesn't seem like a very strong approach. I'm being aggressive. I'm making the plays here, and these guys, maybe they're chasing gut shots or something. Here we hit 2 pair on the river, so hopefully we can get some more calls here. Sevens and threes should be good here. And if they happen to suck out on us with maybe some other type of 2 pair set, it's part of the game. The tournament just began. It's a single table tournament, and you should never feel down about losing a pot. That was pretty much a dream scenario. Let's see what they had. Hold on, let me limp this one. Alright, this is, standard player donking off their chips. They call out of position with a medium hand, and then they donk off their chips with top pair. That's something I see a lot in no limit hold'em. because top pair is actually pretty good there. Here, against me, I guess I should say. I guess against an average opponent, it's alright to be calling there, but and to their credit, I know that this person probably isn't acquainted with me because I usually don't play at these levels, but you know, I guess what I'm saying is be conscious of who you're playing against. A good player is capable of a lot, whereas a poor player is not. We had a straight draw on the turn. We still have the straight draw. There's a couple of options here. We can either raise and represent a made hand, or we can just call. Let's call and see what the river brings. Once again, we need a jack for a made hand here. The river's a 3. It's not the best river, it's not the worst. I mean, obviously we're playing 8-7 high here, but this guy's capable of doing anything. Okay, this is a huge tell here. Now I'm going to instantly fold. I know I'm beat. Basically what he did is he bet 390, which is exactly half of his stack. And that's him saying he wants me to put them all in. That's pretty much one of the most deliberate plays I've ever seen. Lots of fish do it all the time. They figure maybe your brain is wired mathematically or something, and it causes you to want to put them all in there, but I'm not falling for it. By the way, I'd like to say, if you can hear my stomach grumbling in this audio feed, basically I haven't eaten much for the last 2.5 days. My parents went out on vacation, and I've been alone at my house. So I've pretty much been drinking milk and eating bread 3 times a week. I mean, yeah, it seems like it's 3 times a week. It's 3 times a day. So I'm also feeling a bit weak. Probably has to do with my lack of nutrition. We don't have any flush outs. We don't have any pairs. Oh, actually, we have a pair of 4s here. A common mistake would be to say you have good pot odds, okay? I mean, you're getting a good price on your money to hit an out, but somebody could have a straight here. And also, if the river brings a spade or a heart, it might give somebody a flush. So we're gonna go ahead and fold here and pick a better spot. You need to remember, in Omaha, there's just way more options. Your opponents can have twice as many the hands because they're dealt twice as many cards. So you need to be aware of that. And there's the spade flush. I'm pretty sure somebody has a flush now. Our pair of 4s would have been no good anyway. It's pretty usual on full tilt that somebody has a flush. I'd say probably 80% of the hands I've played, whether it's Hold'em, Stud, Omaha, you always see somebody with a flush. So even if you have, say we had the best hand on the turn, say we had a straight, okay, say we had 3-6 or something like that, or even a pair of jacks for a set, that would have been pretty strong there. We'd have to fold because the flush is coming, whether we like it or not. That's why the turn is very important in Omaha, but the river is even more important because by the river you see if the flush is hit or not. And it's very, very rare as the case that the flush did not hit. Along those lines, we pretty much want to play any suited hands because we're going to be hitting the flush many times as well. Personally, I run bad or something because I don't hit the flush nearly as many times as other people, but I know that's variance, and I know over time if I keep on playing my suited cards, I'm going to be hitting that flush sooner or later. Okay, we picked up a pretty decent draw here. We have a chance to double up. The question is, do we want to risk it now, knowing that there's 2 hearts on the board? Or do we want to pick a flop that's not as coordinated? We need a 6 here. I'm just going to let it go this time. My thinking along there is, yeah, we have the straight draw. But there's 2 hearts on the board. So far the blinds are low, so even though we've ran into some trouble, some unlucky situations, we're still in great shape. We're in here for the long haul. We're not going to get down to 300 chips and then just push all in because we're pissed off. You know, we're going to be grinding. We're going to be making laydowns, even if say the blinds are 20-40 and we're down to 80 chips. I mean, I'm still going to be folding hands from the big blind, because sometimes I just can tell that I'm beat and there's no point in calling. Here, a lot of people would elect to call here, but I'm actually going to give credit to this guy. He's seen a lot of limps and he's raised, so now obviously that's not a play I'll be making often. It's more of a meta game play. You try to get into the heads of your opponent and set yourself up for a play later on in the tournament. So it's quite possible we'll be heads up, and in this fold from under the gun, it'll come into play because when I'm on the button, I'll be first tacked and I'll limp similarly as I did here. I was first tacked and I limped, or I was second tacked, I'm not sure. And then I showed weakness by folding. Well, when we're playing heads up, I might re-raise. You know, these are all thoughts that go through the head of a player that's thinking on a more advanced level. Okay, I mean, we're not just thinking about our cards. We're not thinking about their cards. I mean, we're trying to think about everything. And this is a perfect situation. We've got a community pot here, and we've flopped a pair of deuces. So we're going to bet our deuces out. We also have some backdoor draws. But mainly here we're betting for the value. Once again, we love to see this girl call because she pretty much calls off her chips with top pair and whatnot. Okay, now we have 2 pair here. This turn really helped us. On the flop we were just playing a pair. Now we have 2 pairs, so we're in good shape. The bad news is, yeah, that's pretty much the bad news. I could have seen that from a mile away. There was diamonds and spades on the flop, and what do you know? She sucks out for a flush. I'm gonna go ahead and put a note here. Okay, I pretty much said she overvalues flush draws, and then I put in parentheses, value bet her, which was what I was doing there. The strategy was optimum. She just happened to get lucky. Okay, here we have a really nice draw. We have the up and down straight draw. So we're going to go ahead and bet it. This is a semi-bluff. We haven't made our hand yet, but we're representing strength. It's always good to keep notes on your opponents. Here I use a green icon, which indicates that she's a poor player. Okay, this is beautiful. Gonna get our money here. Okay, well, it seems we got a bit unlucky there. We finished in 9th. Just basically the cards weren't dropping. And there's not much a good player can do when he's running pretty bad. But you guys kind of saw the strategy I was using. I was getting involved. I was making value bets, making meta-game plays against the trickier opponents, and just so happened to be that a really unlucky Rivers came, and we pretty much kept on getting sucked out on. But that's something that everybody faces, and hopefully it doesn't set you back. So I'll probably have a new video on next week, and hopefully you guys can learn some more. All right, see you guys.